Most people know the Byzantine Empire as the eastern half of the Roman Empire, but the story of how it rose to power is far more complex and far less talked about. It's a story of survival, reinvention, and brilliance, one that started in the shadow of collapse, but ended in the creation of a civilization that would outlast Rome itself. In the next few minutes, we're diving into 5 unknown facts that explain how Byzantium didn't just survive the fall of the West, it became something entirely new. Fact 1. It wasn't called Byzantine at all. Here's the twist. The people of the Byzantine Empire never called themselves Byzantines. They considered themselves Romans, right up until the very end. The term Byzantine was created centuries later by Western historians. In their minds, the empire that rose after the fall of the West needed a new label. But the people who lived in Constantinople believed they were carrying on the legacy of Rome, politically, culturally, and legally. So when we talk about the rise of Byzantium, what we're really seeing is Rome transforming, not ending. Fact 2. Constantine didn't just build a city, he engineered an empire. When Constantine the Great founded Constantinople in 330 AD, he wasn't just choosing a capital, he was strategically rebooting the Roman Empire from the ground up. The location was genius, between Europe and Asia, with natural defenses and major trade routes. But Constantine also filled the city with Roman symbols, Christian churches, and imperial architecture, blending old traditions with new faith. This wasn't just about geography. It was a message. The empire may have shifted east, but it was still Rome, now reborn in Christian glory. Fact 3. The fall of the West made the East stronger. You'd think the collapse of Western Rome in 476 A would spell disaster for the East. Instead, it gave the Eastern Empire room to breathe and consolidate power. Without the costly burden of defending the entire Western territory, Constantinople could focus on strengthening its administration, fortifying its cities, and investing in its military and economy. The result? The East didn't just survive, it thrived. While the West burned, the East adapted. And that's a big reason the Byzantine Empire would last nearly 1,000 more years. Fact 4. Greek, not Latin, became the language of power even though they saw themselves as Romans. The Byzantines gradually let go of Latin and embraced Greek as the empire's official language. This shift started early, but it was made official under Emperor Heraclius in the 7th century. Greek wasn't just the language of the people. It became the language of government, philosophy, science, and law. This marked a cultural transformation. The Byzantine Empire was Roman in its roots, but over time, it became distinctly Greek in identity. Fact 5. Religion wasn't just belief, it was power. Christianity wasn't just part of Byzantine life, it was the foundation of its imperial power. The emperor was seen not just as a ruler, but as God's representative on earth. Church and state were deeply intertwined, with emperors shaping doctrine, appointing patriarchs, and even calling councils to settle theological disputes. This tight bond between religion and rule gave Byzantium both unity and tension, especially during conflicts like the Iconoclasm period, when emperors ordered the destruction of religious icons. But it also gave the empire its identity, a Christian Rome, forged in both politics and faith. The rise of the Byzantine Empire wasn't just a sequel to Rome. It was a reinvention, born from chaos, powered by faith, and sustained by strategy. It rewrote the rules of empire. It blended worlds, East and West, ancient and medieval, Roman and Greek, and for over 1,000 years, it stood as a reminder. Even in collapse, something new can rise.